for our draft. It is another one of our drafts, but we do have a special guest joining us, and she is back with us, first time in a little while here on the live show. Samira, welcome back for the draft.
Hi, how you guys doing? Thank you for having me.
Samira, it's the Samira.
It's the me. I'm all festive. I'm wearing my Ralphie Happy Holidays shirt in his bunny suit because A Christmas Story is where it's at.
What an awful film.
You've been obviously very busy. We've been trying to keep up with your schedule as of late. We'll give you a chance to talk a little bit about that later in the show. But Ryan, what exactly are you wearing on your head now?
It's a Christmas hat with the tiara.
All right.
What does it look like, Jim?
It's hard to tell. I can't make it out.
I feel like I have to overcompensate because you are not wearing any festive headgear.
Well, it's hard to find a hat that fits my fat head, Ryan. You gotta make me feel insecure at the holidays. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Do you see how tiny my hat is?
I mean, I do.
Let's not fight in front of our guest.
I'm sure she's used to it.
Yeah, I was going to say, anybody that's listened to us for more than 5 seconds knows that this is very normal. So, Ryan, you are hosting.
I'd love to host this because I'm not a huge Christmas movie guy.
Okay.
And I'll put that in quotes. What we're going to do is I think we're going to do, 5 rounds? Is that what we talked about?
Sure.
Because we definitely didn't talk about it, but that's how many I mapped out on my little paper here. 5 rounds. We're going to draft Christmas movies. We're going to put them up to a vote. The person that gets the most vote gets bragging rights coming out of 2021. And then 2022, as the last poll winner of the year, and not the Festivus poll, for 3 Count Thursday. Regular serpentine style.
Okay.
And once a movie is off the board, nobody else can add it to their list. But we are keeping sequels separate. So if you want to pick Die Hard and somebody wants to draft Die Hard 2, and I don't know why they would, but if somebody wanted to, they could. Although I don't think Die Hard 2 is Christmassy at all.
Doesn't take place during Christmas at all. Correct.
Right. So,
I mean, I guess
good example.
Great example, Ryan.
So we would also leave remakes available as well, correct?
That is fair. Yeah. So if you want to watch the remake of Die Hard,
right,
have at it. Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Harder.
Or like
Badder Santa.
Correct.
Well, that would be a sequel, wouldn't it? That wouldn't be.
I was mainly talking like the Christmas Carol and the multiple renditions of that.
Oh yeah, of course that was the movie that we've all seen.
Miracle 30 on 34th Street. So
if you want to draft either one of those, then
so like if Mark wants to draft all of those, he can do that.
Can make those his picks every round.
Okay.
He could.
I could pick each Miracle.
Is he having a stroke?
Because it involves Santa Claus. I think he had a stroke. I don't know.
he might be gone.
Honestly, what if like a child is watching this and they see Santa actually have a stroke on the show?
Ryan.
Every parent that's watching.
Ryan, me.
First off, if you are letting your child watch 3 Count Thursday,
and they're a good parent,
you're a terrible parent.
That's not true.
Parent.
I want all the kids watching.
Kids sneak off to watch it. Kids are sneaking
They
off to watch this.
Right.
They watch our clips on TikToks. Send them to Not the Tool Man.
Yes, Not the Tool Man makes TikTok videos of 3 Count
YouTube
Thursday.
is very popular. We have a YouTube. This is where you should plug that,
YouTube.
Jim, as the host. YouTube.
That we actually do have a YouTube.
We
so
do
that's
have
accurate.
That is correct.
The kids watch the YouTube all the time.
All the
What
time.
about Vine? Are
We
still on
cover
Vine?
all of the popular things. Like what? Santa Claus.
We're
Who
still
is
on
the president?
Periscope.
The president. Byron.
We have all of your bases covered. What would you say to the president?
What's up, baby? Take me out for dinner.
We got it all covered. We have everything you need to know right here. YouTube.com/3Count Thursday, probably.
I don't think that's actually. Just go to our website and then there's a link there, or go to the link tree. There's a link.
Oh, we
there.
have a link tree. Look at
We
a
do.
link tree.
We
It's a link Christmas tree.
Or
What's
I have a
up, Big
Christmas tree.
Jim?
Look, I got a Christmas tree, and I
Take me out for dinner.
put lights on it this year because I'm
I'm
super
proud.
festive.
that
proud of you.
looks fantastic.
So, you know, since you are the host of this draft,
Here comes.
and no, like this is how are we determining the draft order?
Oh no, that was already
I'm
determined.
so glad. I'm
Weird.
so glad
There's
you've asked that, Jim.
predetermined.
It was predetermined because I wrote the names in the way I wrote them.
Oh, so
No,
you're
No, I'm contesting this because I ate those disgusting gingerbread peeps the fastest at the 3Count party, so I would have
wait,
the
that was the
ability to
contest?
set. You think I was just eating those fast for fun?
Well, I thought we were just doing it just to be
That
jacked.
actually is very
That
true.
happened.
Matt,
No,
who
that
ate the
didn't.
most or the fastest amount of gingerbread peeps, so he gets to choose the order. That's
You
the
deserve
rules.
Something.
That was why I
Rules are rules.
suffered through that.
That is,
I would
Matt.
not
I'm glad you
recommend.
brought that up.
I should have just not
Because-
eaten them and not given a damn.
Well,
where
were they
my draft
good?
pick was.
No.
Ah,
Okay,
Oh,
Samira,
it's
they
like-
were gingerbread, which in and of itself isn't very good. Peeps.
Which are not good.
it was
Tim
like
ate
chewing
them
on that
because
pink
Tim said they
insulation.
were good.
Tim
Yes.
said they're good, and that's why he got fired, and he's no longer on this show.
Sorry, Tim is not here.
She
anymore.
gobbled them up.
Oh yeah, did you hear we got rid of Tim?
Oh my
Merry Christmas.
gosh.
It's not even the new
Sorry.
year yet. We're starting it off right.
We are.
You see,
we are.
Tim was
Devin's
just
going to
bringing
be
the show
returning.
down.
It's my tribute to Vince McMahon. I fired Tim before.
That's what Santa
the
says.
holidays.
That's what it is. All right, so I'm going to have to rewrite the names. Matt, who do you want going first in round one?
All right, so because she wasn't able to participate in the peeps eating contests, therefore not able to determine her own fate in the order, I will let Samira go first.
Ooh.
That's very, very generous of
Season
you.
of giving. Very
Ridiculous.
generous.
I'm just about
After
to make this
Samira.
interesting. I'm actually going to be walking in the store. I have to help my mom shop, but I'm here to play. I'm
All
here
right.
to win.
Oh snap!
We'll help your mom shop too.
All right.
Live look
I
at
hope you
Christmas
don't
shopping.
see.
I got this.
Is it a grocery
Okay.
store or what? How are we shopping?
We're grocery shopping for tomorrow's Christmas party.
Oh,
What if
wow.
you see Booker T in there?
Oh
Yeah, if
yeah,
you see-
I mean, I hope I don't get attacked, with any milk or anything.
I was gonna say, if you see Booker T and Stone Cold, get out of there. It's not.
Tell
I
me
better
I'm
run.
not
And
just
well.
to see that.
Run for the hills.
Wasn't it his
Oh,
wasn't it his
Maddo.
anniversary this past week? 20
It
years
was.
or something?
It was.
Probably.
I think.
Can
yeah,
you tell
I
your
think it's
mother
20
3 Count Thursday says hello?
Mom,
Hi,
the
Mama.
guys at 3 Count Thursday say hello. She's got her giant Santa hat on.
Oh,
Oh,
It's festive.
man, that's unfortunate.
How nice. What a
You
great
gotta
thought.
support
everyone.
your
Say,
team. You gotta
you're a
support the
Giants
team.
fan?
Yeah, I am. Me and my mom are, but my dad is an Eagles fan.
Matt,
Oh,
you,
all right. Your
might,
dad's a good
you,
fan then.
you might not want to open up your mail in a few days. You might be getting fired too.
Now,
Oh no.
now regretting.
That
So you use
giving her
snail
the
mail
first
too, like Pro Wrestling Tees, right?
Well, that's
yeah.
correct. Yeah, we want to keep the
Ooh.
postal service in
Making
business.
sure.
And he doesn't
And
want to
again,
let
you can
me know
always find
until
our
after
merchandise
Christmas.
over at whatamaneuver.net.
And
What a
tpublic.com, which you can find
That's
both
funny.
of those links on our website, 3countthursday.com.
So Samara's going to draft first. Who goes after the Samara?
Me, I do. I will
Of
pick
course,
second.
naturally.
I'll be darned. Always thinking of himself.
And after you, we got Big Jim or Santa Claus?
It was going to be Santa Claus until he made that snide remark. So now Big Jim picks third,
That's fair. That's fair.
and Santa Claus can pick last.
All right.
You're
That
gonna be getting
sounds
coal
real
in your
good.
stocking. I hope you're ready.
All right.
Coal. The prices of coal have gone up, so that's not a bad. That's not a bad
Now,
thing.
Ryan, we
have
are
a-
doing the serpentine. Is that correct?
We are serpentining it, so we're going back and forth. So Samara has the first this round, the last the next round.
Oh,
So we are going serpentine style. So Santa Claus will have back-to-back picks, the very first set of back-to-back picks. This is very exciting. We are drafting Christmas movies.
If you're looking for whatever the Wonka bar of Christmas movies is, you'll hear it soon.
Get
You
ready.
absolutely will. The first round of the Christmas movie draft, the Samira gets to choose.
Ooh. Oh, okay. I'm definitely gonna go with maybe A Christmas Story, I think, first.
A Christmas Story.
A
What a
Christmas
classic. You
Story.
can watch it on TNN or TBS all day, Christmas Day. It has
TNN.
probably got to be one of the worst Christmas movies I've ever seen.
Ryan,
Ever.
have you ever even seen it?
Yeah,
Yep.
A
Ryan.
few years ago, you
You
hadn't
lick
even
the
seen it.
pole, you get the soap in the mouth, you got the lake lamp, all of the shtick
It's
in
a
one
very
movie.
collection of short
It's
stories.
iconic, Ryan. It's iconic.
Thank you.
It is iconic. It is iconic, but some iconic things should be put to rest, much like A Christmas Story. Off the board, the first pick. You guys definitely picked the right host for this stupid part of the show.
Smokey's upset.
I'm upset. We're going to go to Matt. Matt's going to say a
Hello.
movie I'm sure I've never seen, so I won't have anything bad to say about Matt's Christmas story or Christmas movie here. Matt, the first pick for you, second overall pick.
So with the second overall pick in this draft, I will be taking National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation off the board.
You're a son of a gun.
Yeah,
That one upset Santa Claus.
I'm upset.
Sorry,
it
Now what
Sam.
am
upsets
I gonna
me,
pick?
but I should have. I knew it wasn't going to get to me at 3. I figured it was going to be going.
It was tough to draft at third. I think that's a fun movie. I don't have any arguments there. A Christmas movie I actually did see. I am 2 for 2 on the Christmas movies. This is shocking to old Ryan.
It is shocking.
It is shocking. So we now go to Jim, who has the third pick in the first round.
Well, because I figure it will not make it to me through Santa Claus. Amongst my favorites every single year is the first and the best Home Alone.
Home Alone comes off the board.
I
I'll
cannot
say no.
wait to see what Santa Claus picks back to back
Oh
here.
my God!
This is going to be real
Oh, no.
exciting. Home Alone, a
Was there a,
classic.
was there a
absolute.
Gavin Stone Christmas movie? Because I feel
There
like that
is,
was-
and we're gonna find out real quick. If you guys have not seen the movies that make us on Netflix, they have a episode on Home Alone. A fantastic episode. It really lets you dive deep into the story of Home Alone. A lot of behind the scenes stuff. So that is a fantastic watch. A great accompanying piece. Jim, you said it's so much better than any of the other ones. Would you even consider putting any of the other ones on your list?
Yes, I would consider
Oh,
putting
okay.
one other Home Alone movie on my list.
Yeah, nobody's gonna put 3 on the list.
No, 3 and beyond are hot, stinky garbage.
Oh, someone didn't watch Home Sweet Home Alone, and it shows.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah,
Is
didn't
that
it
the
came out this
WWE
year?
one?
Just came out. Yeah.
Oh, So
I,
Home Alone-
until they make a Home Alone horror movie where it's adult Kevin just torturing people in similar ways in that house.
they actually have made that. It was called Die Hard because Home Alone is really just Die Hard for kids.
Interesting.
That's a fair point. I can't argue that.
It's really, you cannot argue with that. And that brings us to I'm so sorry. That brings us to Santa Claus. And Santa Claus's
Hello,
first pick. Hello, Sandy.
Hello. Hello
You
there.
get to what is your number one favorite Christmas movie? Again, we're going to put this up to a vote of 3 Count Thursday listeners. So
Well-
pick carefully, Santa Claus.
Well, you know what? The Sandy is going to go with the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The old classic.
All right.
I'm sorry if that
Rudolph.
upsets anyone.
No, you're a close friend of Rudolph. That's correct.
I'm a close friend.
Now, why would you pick
know-
that, Santa? Because if I remember correctly, in the movie Rudolph, you kind of bullied Rudolph too.
Yeah.
You're darn right I did. I feel remorse. I stood by and watched him be bullied, and I was part of the bullying. Well, with that red nose of his, I didn't want him part of my team.
That's
And now
rude.
it's-
Santa shouldn't do that.
You know what? In 2021, I really feel bad, and I want to make amends with.
I think I heard Rudolph getting ready to charge old Saint Nick up there.
He was getting ready to charge.
I heard the sleigh bells
You heard
jingle.
the sleigh bells jingle all the way. Sleigh bells ring.
Santa,
Are you
is it
listening?
true that Rudolph is very popular, but your favorite reindeer is actually Comet?
You know what? That's true. Comet was
Okay.
until Rudolph came along. Comet was number one. Rudolph came in and just kind of bumped him out of the top spot. And I don't like it.
Right.
I want Comet back.
Understandable.
Number one.
But then you're picking.
But you're gonna keep
Rudolph
the
TV
you're
special.
keeping Rudolph the TV
I got
special
you.
as
I
your
owe it
number
to
one
Rudolph.
Christmas movie.
I owe it to Rudolph. I got to stick with him.
This checks out.
And
Make
because
sure
it
your
has,
mom picks up some of those crispy onion straw thingies for on top of the green bean, Samara.
Oh, those are
Oh,
delicious.
so good. You can't have a green bean casserole without the crispy
Come on,
onions.
don't
Oh
forget.
yeah, it's blasphemy.
They're really good on
Don't forget 'em.
hamburgers too.
Yes,
Delicious.
I
delicious.
agree.
They're good on anything.
They're also good
They're-
if you're a fatty fat like me and you just eat them right out of the container.
No, those
Right out of the
that's
container.
not good.
No,
Oh,
it's
it's
not good
really
for
I have
you.
done it. It is not good. It's not very
It's-
tasty.
You are wrong.
It's not tasty at all.
You are
I
wrong.
enjoy them on a hot dog. Put some chili, hot
Yeah.
dog. Wow.
You can see that. All right.
All right, so that's it for round one. Let's recap round one because it just happened moments ago and you might already forget. Samara
What
takes
I pick?
Christmas Story. Mark, you picked the television show. Matt picked the national
that
the
Santa
National
Claus.
Lampoon's
picked the-
Christmas. Oh shoot! I'm sorry. He sounds like Mark.
He does.
Matt picks the National Lampoon's Christmas
I get that a
Vacation.
lot.
Big Jim takes Home Alone, and Santa Claus takes the television special of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which was also released on DVD. So, as a technicality, we'll let it slide. That takes us to round two, and Santa Claus gets to start off with another pick.
Get ready for this one. I hope you guys are sitting down.
Oh,
And if you're not, hold on to something. Hold on to that shopping cart tight. Because this one's going to knock your socks off.
Now, what would holding onto a cart do to your socks there? I'm just curious, Santa.
Well,
what a holding onto a
when
cart
you-
do it as wheels. You start to go
well,
down.
what's going to
you're
happen is
not going to stop. You.
when your socks start to get knocked off, I think that cart's going to help keep you up. It's going to keep you at a vertical base.
Next time you're at the
Or maybe it
grocery
I
was-
feel
store,
like Santa Claus is going to draft a Christmas song here.
Santa, you have? I've never been to the North Pole, but there's grocery stores with shopping carts there. I would assume, right?
Well, yeah, they have. They're like
Dude, he
slaves.
makes
We have
elves
a
go do
Wegmans
it.
up here.
Like next time you have a shopping cart, just completely go like limp and just let your body go and see what happens with those wheels that are on the shopping cart. Chances are probably not going to hold you up. Just a thought. But go ahead, Santa. What do I know?
Stop interrupting Santa, Jim. Sheesh.
My bad. I know it.
Yeah,
Sometimes Santa.
The poor
Santa,
kids watching this. You're, heckling Santa.
He's being
No, I
very
know.
mean. Now I know how Rudolph felt.
Yeah, sucks, doesn't it, Santa?
That does. It kind of hurted me though. It kind of hurted me, Big Jim.
I'm sorry, Santa.
Heard it. Oh my God.
It
All right,
kinda
so
hurted me.
Santa Claus with. Can you just play the sounder again?
Yeah, if it works. Thank God. It still works.
Now this is something I don't even want to think about happening again. I don't want to think about this, but back in, I think it was 1974 it happened. I'm going to pick, to piggyback off Rudolph, The Year Without a Santa Claus movie. All right, it wasn't really a movie. It was a TV special, but it's on DVD, so it's a technicality that it's a movie.
We'll
And you're
take the
probably sitting there wondering,
technical.
well, gee whiz,
A lot of
Listen,
claymation
like-
on Santa's list here.
A lot of claymation.
A lot of stop
And you're
motion.
thinking,
Yep,
gee,
that's certainly not on my list.
Yeah, he picked the Wonka bar real early in this one.
Sure
He did
did.
it
Told you it
2
was coming.
rounds in a row.
I'm
Yeah.
I could let you guys take it. And, you know, the
Huh?
year without the Santa Claus has the snow miser and the heat miser.
It does.
That
does.
that you can't
It's
go
not
wrong
wrong.
with that.
That's a fair
Well,
point.
I mean,
With Mr. White Christmas,
I mean,
you
probably
had to go all in.
probably
Wait,
could
that-
go without it. I think.
You know, I don't often
No,
make
you
jokes
can't.
about this, but that really is the bottle cap's choice of round 2 already. I'll admit it.
All right.
That
And
takes
we're
us
only getting started.
to round 2, pick 2. To the host, Big Jim.
All right. I am. I'm looking at 2 here. A
lot of good choices on the board, Jim.
There's plenty of good choices.
lot of
There's plenty of good choices. 2 that I love. I make sure to make a point to watch them
Oh, we're gonna weigh them out.
each and every year. I will go. I think this one, the other one might make it back to me. I'm not sure if this one will. So I will go with the fairly modern classic of Elf. I'll go with Elf.
Elf, absolutely.
You
Elf.
take it.
Elf
Go
is
ahead and
off
take it.
the board. A great comedy
Take it.
movie with the Will Ferrell.
Great.
A couple of years ago at work, a few of the leaders had to make the spaghetti and the M&Ms and the chocolate sauce and eat it, and it was one of the most disgusting things I've ever put in my mouth.
It was, huh?
What about
There's
not
usually a lot
good.
of disgusting things coming out of your mouth.
what about
It's unusual
gingerbread?
for
Claus,
something
that is-
disgusting in your mouth.
That is not true. Gingerbread peeps, I would eat every day to not have to eat cold pasta, chocolate sauce, and M&Ms.
Every day.
It was something. It was not good. Elf off the board, Jim. I hope you made the right choice, and the other pick stays
I hope so.
for
We
your
will find
round
out.
3 pick.
There's a couple more.
I feel like I know what it is. And if I'm thinking correctly, you did make the right choice here.
Okay.
That takes us back to Matthew, the victor of the peep eating contest.
I'm very pleased because 2 of my top 3 Christmas movies are going to end up being drafted by me here. So the first one was Christmas
Look at
Vacation,
this.
and now I will be taking the Santa Claus, the
Mm.
Tim Allen film, off of the
I
board.
gambled and I lost.
Oh, it
That
was
the
Santa
other one.
Claus.
That was
Oh,
the other
okay.
one.
I did not.
I was
guess right
nervous
then.
that Jim was between Elf and Santa Claus, and I was hoping he would lean more towards.
Now, if I would have taken the Santa Claus, would you have taken Elf there?
I would not have.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Oh, Matt is not a big
Interesting.
Elf fan. Okay.
Oh.
But you enjoyed the Scott Calvin film.
I do enjoy the Scott Calvin film. Yes.
Yes. I am shocked that through almost 2 rounds, I have watched every film discussed on this list. But I
Including
am
the
tapping
TV
out very
specials?
quick. I have
You
seen
watched-
both the TV specials. A Year
And you
Without
only
the
watched
Santa
the Christmas
Claus.
Story like a couple of years ago, but you've seen those special. Okay, whatever.
Yes.
What the fuck do I?
You've never seen the classic A Year Without Santa Claus? With
Oh,
the
I've
Heat
seen it.
Miser?
I also
Right.
seen
Oh, it's so good.
Christmas Story when I was a child, like you probably should
Right.
have, but whatever.
It's just not a
you're
good
the host.
movie, though.
You're the host. I shouldn't shit on the host.
Ryan, no, Ryan.
I should
It's
be
just
better.
not
I should be
good.
nicer to the host.
That's not
should be
true. That's not true. I'll take my shots.
No, I should be nicer to the host. It's a nice
That's-
thing. Be nice to one.
Oh, so you're reverse psychologying this, so we're nice to you.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
No!
I should be nice to the host.
Jim,
That-
if
that
I
is-
could mute you, I would not because I am nice to you.
Well, I
Samara, grab that cranberry sauce, Samara, right behind you. The cranberry sauce.
This is flour.
Get the one.
Oh shit!
and it's not.
The one.
That's flour. You could have just played
I
along
can
with
pick
me.
you up some flour. I could do that for you. I mean,
Ah,
Ryan, you're bullying Jim. I gotta help him out.
Thank
thanks for
you.
playing along. All right, so the last pick, round 2, belongs to you, Samira, who just gave me shit. In the flower aisle, what is your choice?
I'm picking
Flower
Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 2. They were in New York.
New York.
New York's beautiful
I'll
this
stay
time.
home too. Oh,
I actually think I enjoy Home Alone 2 better than Home Alone.
Yeah, you would, Trump fan.
Really?
Mother.
he's,
How does that happen? It's not a better
you're not wearing your.
What? It'd be nice to
Lizzie's not
How
wearing
could
his
it
red
not
hat.
be? It has the homeless lady with the birds and the guy at the toy store with the turtle doves, and he gives the turtle dove to the homeless lady. That's the meaning of Christmas, Jim. The other one was strictly. Here's the
Spoiler
deal.
alert. Thanks,
Kevin
Smokey.
McAllister could have stopped that at any time and just went to the neighbors to call the police. He was getting his rocks off with the wet bandits and injuring them. That was on Kevin. Home Alone 2, Kevin's really getting chased.
The phone lines were down. In
That
the
was
first one.
established at the beginning of the movie with the storm.
His phone line, they all were down?
Do you understand how
the-
phone lines work?
The neighbors were all away. They were all
Every single
traveling.
neighbor.
Yeah,
Cop
don't-
hit. Joe
Every one of
Pesci canvasses the neighborhood as a cop
This is unbelievable.
to find out who's going to be home and who's not,
Jim,
and then he
it's
Just
it.
moments ago, you were saying you were going to be nicer to the host. What happened?
You happened.
You need to mute yourself.
They
You are out
sit-
of line.
They sit in the van, and he goes, "Look, that one, that one." They go through all of the houses on the street that nobody's home, but they have light timers to appear they're home, but the criminals already canvassed the houses. How do you not know that?
Criminals don't have time to do that, Jim.
They did in the
They had
90s.
light timers back then. Get out of here.
The
In the
90s were different.
Times are different.
There was a lot of canvassing
You
going
could
on
not
at
make
the
a Home Alone now. Although I guess you could. Somebody just did it then, apparently, right?
Correct.
Hold on, two. Come on.
This is unreal. You know what? I'm out of it. This is why I don't offer my opinions on this fucking show anymore. You've ruined Christmas, Jim.
Good. You ruined mine.
Unbelievable. Recap of round 2. A year without Santa Claus. Santa Claus actually put another television special. Thank you, Santa Claus. Jim put Elf. Nobody cares. Matt did The Santa Claus, the Tim Allen classic. And Samira said The Home Alone 2, which I thought was a great pick, but Jim did not.
No, Home Alone 2 is a fine.
That takes us to
movie.
round... Jim, you're not the host anymore. That takes us to round 3.
Yeah, mute me.
I can't, or I would. No, this time I would. Round 3, we're back right on with Samira. So what aisle are you in now? Is that the wine aisle?
Yes, I'm actually in the wine aisle.
The wine section.
Oh, you're
Yes.
getting into
Listen,
Christmas spirit, so to speak.
I had to pick up my bottle of Pinot Grigio. I had to.
Of course. Get in the
That time of
spirits.
year. It's time to eat, drink,
That
and
it
be
is.
merry.
Christmas.
Woo.
It is. It
Christmas
is time. Is anybody having an alcoholic adult beverage on the show tonight?
I have a Mad Elf.
A Mad
drinking
Elf.
a-
Because that's
Broken Skull IPA.
Well, Santa, are you
got
drinking some
Canada Dry.
eggnog?
I have some eggnog here, and I have some Canada Dry as well. They won't let
Yes.
Santa back in Toronto, Smokey. You know why?
Don't.
Why,
They're afraid
Santa?
He might drink. Well, they're afraid he might drink Canada Dry.
Oh my god.
Jim, can you mute him?
It's dry.
You can't mute Santa. I mean, Christmas is coming.
Heck
You
no.
can't do that to Santa.
I'm already.
I think in the new year we need to stop muting people and we need to create a graphic that just flashes up the technical difficulties and like the
I mean, it's
Unbelievable.
not the new
This
year
is
yet.
unfucking real. Unbelievable. You know what? I'm gonna do it with this shitty ass movie as my picture for the rest of the night. Piss me off one more time. Round 3. Choice 1, selection number 1. We heard the sound effects, Samara. That means it is your choice one more time.
All right, it's kind of technically a Christmas movie, so I'm gonna go with Friday After Next.
The Friday
After
after next.
It's one
Was
of the
that
best.
Was it?
No, Matthew, did you throw your hands up in disgust?
No, I think that's a solid pick.
Oh, I
It's
thought you
not
were
as
this.
good as Friday, but Friday is not a Christmas movie, so she couldn't have picked that one. But Friday
Exactly.
After Next will count.
All right, look at that. Friday
And
after
no,
next.
Ryan, I would never
off the board.
berate someone's pick like that. That's in poor taste.
Oh, no, that's Jim.
Especially a guest on the show.
I didn't.
Right.
For the record, I did not berate her pick. I
Jim,
berated
you
Ryan.
don't move. Okay, here comes Jim and his goalposts.
Ryan, I mean,
moving. Jim, it's
Ryan, you
2021,
technically
Jim. We need to be
berated my
better.
pick.
Samara, stop talking.
Damn.
That's not true. I don't mean that. Samara and I are close friends. She does the
I did
NWA
not-
stuff, and I watch it on TV.
I did not berate the pick. Home Alone 2 is a fine Christmas movie.
You
the issue
were
I took
very.
was
You will listen back to
Ryan.
this and say, "Boy, I can't believe I went
Was-
that hard at poor Samara and her
No.
choice in round 2."
No, I love Samara.
She was
I'm
given-
happy she's with us again. But Ryan, your
That's not what you were
bullshit
saying on the pre-show.
opinion- Your bullshit opinion that Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone 1. That is where I found issue.
It's the truth, Jim. We have to do a watch
Not.
along. Maybe we'll do a watch
is.
along.
Even
can
the
do a
asshole
reaction
who was
video.
in it, even the asshole who was in it, Ryan says
Wrong.
so. There we go.
He was in it, and that is a low spot in the film.
Although if you watch it on TV now, you won't see that.
Yeah,
he
he's
was
scrubbed
in it.
out of there.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know
it's
that.
like scrubbed. If you watch it on TV now, it's pretty much scrubbed out. Yeah.
You know what? Good things did come out of that.
There you go.
Matthew, round 3, plenty of Christmas and Christmas Eve movies still left on the board. Every single Christmas horror movie is still available.
There are.
Maybe one comes off the board here.
Kind of giving away my picks here. Not just yet. I'm going to wait off
Not
on that.
yet. Not yet. Not yet.
I was a little torn which direction I wanted to go in this round. But
Did
I
you say
think
porn?
yes.
Got it.
I think the spirit of Christmas is all about how crazy things get, people searching for toys. And so I'm going to take one of the most quotable Christmas films off the table here. And Jingle All the Way, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, is coming to my team.
There it goes. Jingle All the Way off the board. Schwarzenegger and all.
The first
Do
one,
you
not
have-
the second one with Larry the Cable Guy. And
Of course
Santino.
not the
Wait,
second
Wait,
one.
wait.
That's
There was
You
a
didn't know there was a
section
second?
with Larry
Oh,
the Cable Guy.
And Santino Marella.
that shouldn't.
It was a
Oh.
WWE film, Jim.
Yeah.
You should know this.
Now, the first one has Paul White in it.
No BS.
No BS.
Yes, that is true. That is true. Do you have a Turbo Man doll?
I do not, but I did just buy the Turbo Man Funko Pop the other day when we were watching the film. It's like, oh yeah, let me get that.
That is a great choice. Speaking
I
of
need
films,
to
Matt,
read
you do
the tape.
something going into Christmas every year, correct? I said you do
What was-
something every year heading into Christmas.
I do something every year.
Like do you watch movies or something every night?
Yeah,
or something?
I
And
watch.
You do
one every day, leading up to
for the
Christmas.
25 days of Christmas,
For the
or
25 days, correct.
I didn't know there was 25 Christmas movies available. Does that
There's
include
a lot
television
more.
specials?
None of the television specials are actually on my watch list for that, but I do put those on Christmas Day, like in the background.
Okay. Instead of A Christmas Story.
No, yeah, I don't watch that shit.
Right.
Jeez.
Jingle All the Way off the board. Another film, and honest
Off
to
the
God,
board.
shocking. We are officially halfway through this draft board, and I have seen every film and/or TV special put up here. And I had, I guess, dubbed myself a bit of a Grinch,
Yeah, you could have
a
participated
Scrooge.
in this.
and I
I mean-
absolutely could have. I have seen every film up to this point.
I mean,
Will
most
it change with Big Jim's choice here? in
most
round
years
three?
you're a
We
little
don't know.
Grinchy.
That's because I set up all the decorations. It changed my opinion of Christmas. I
See?
used to have to sit and ask, "Where are you, Christmas?" But now I know.
What a great song.
What
my
a great
God.
song!
So bad.
That Faith Hill classic.
So good.
Oh,
Such a beautiful
Santa,
song.
how
Man.
much do you love that song?
I love that song, and I'm just wondering, Smokey, did you put on your Christmas shoes yet?
I
That's the only way
did
we
not.
get better.
I did not.
I love when you wear those Christmas shoes. So do the
Yes.
girls at the diner.
Oh,
They
boy.
loved it. They did.
They
She
loved
needed
it.
those Christmas shoes in case Mama meets
Ah.
Santa tonight.
That's correct. Yeah, Santa doesn't really pay attention to Mama's shoes. I'll tell you that.
I don't think that was the
I
song.
don't care if you come in barefoot.
They
That's
told you
that-
to
there
go
it
to
is.
the North Pole,
If
Santa.
Mama meets Santa tonight.
You're at the North Pole, man. You get a frostbite on
Well,
them.
she should be wearing boots. Put on boots. Forget the
On
Christmas shoes.
Don't wear the shoe.
Boots.
Don't wear the shoes.
Nice pair of.
We're talking
come
to
on.
Big Jim now. Big Jim, Samara, get ready to slash and shit all over this choice because you have the right to.
Stop it. I did not go
Wait a
after
minute on the
her
grocery
pick.
store.
Her pick was
Yeah,
fine.
She
It
was
was
upset.
your opinion,
It's a
Ryan.
good thing she was in the tissue aisle when we berated her so
I
publicly.
know, it's a shame.
Stop it.
A lot of tears.
Kleenexes are on sale for 98 cents there at the Acme.
So hurtful.
Stop it. The end of 2021 ain't nothing on sale for 98 cents, Ryan. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, there is.
Yes,
You've been paying
the Acme
attention.
tissues are.
The
Look at
Dollar
those
Tree's
beautiful
up to
balloons behind you.
$1.25, Ryan. Have you been
You
paying
know
Wait,
what?
wait, wait,
Not
wait,
yet.
wait.
Not yet.
I found something for 30 cents. Is that better?
What the hell's
That's
on sale
even
for
cheaper,
30 cents?
Jim.
Here, wait. How can I turn the camera? Or no, I can't. But here, they're M&Ms.
Oh,
Oh, M&M minis.
are they the brownie ones or the hazelnut ones?
The brownie ones. Those are actually good
Yeah,
though.
Which ones?
The brownie ones. That's
I-
what's 30 cents.
Oh, I've not tried them. I wouldn't have.
I would imagine they're pretty good. The hazelnut
Does it
ones.
have
I feel
piece
like-
of brownie or is it all brownie inside?
I'm pretty sure it's like all brownie inside.
I could be down for that.
I could get behind that. I'm gonna go with one here. I know some people aren't the biggest
You know what would be
fan.
really good right about now? A Hershey Kiss with a macadamia nut in it.
Oh my god,
Wow.
those were so good.
So good.
Those were so good. But Jim
So
had to
good.
be a sourpuss, and they
Yep.
got taken away.
It's all thanks to Jim. He
Oh.
wrote a nasty letter to Milton Hershey.
Yes, he did.
To his carcass, I didn't write nothing to Milton's.
It
dead
was.
body.
It was. To,
Wow, looks like you speak
It
you
was-
know of the dead now.
It was to
I'll
Milton
tell you.
Hershey's
I- I-
grandchild,
I just pointed out the
who was
fact that the
a
man is
big
dead.
fan. He was a big fan of Home
Big.
Alone too. Milton Hershey loved Home Alone
We
too.
loved Home Alone too.
I don't think that's accurate.
He loved it.
That was
What
his
a
top
shame.
film.
I
And he was.
I'm gonna
You know
He
who
said,
else loved
"We're-
Home Alone
We're
too?
removing the macadamias.
Harambe loved Home Alone too, and they took him away from us. as well.
oh
Sure did.
Mark
And a Harambe
Santa.
Christmas.
fucking
Oh, moment of silence. Samira, those balloons behind you are lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, very nice.
You like
balloons.
Batman? We got Batman back here.
Yes, you want me to spoil the next Batman movie? I could do that too.
Oh my god,
What
please
are
don't
you?
spoil Spider-Man. I didn't see it yet.
uh-oh.
He dies in the end.
Oh,
my God.
Ah.
Spider-Man died on the Peloton.
all right, I'll
That's
go with
shame.
mine here. It's not everybody's favorite movie, but I love it. I make sure I watch it every year. And that is the Polar Express.
And there was the garbage
I
pick for
thought it was
Big Jim.
Polar Bear.
Okay, Ryan, why do you hate the Polar Express then? Come on, Ryan.
Oh, it is the worst animated film I've ever seen in the history of ever.
Stop that.
Why?
The
Why?
animation is poor on this one.
It's a very poorly animated movie.
Not the best animation,
It
but
is-
I love it.
It is the worst animated film ever
I
of
wouldn't
all
go that
time.
far.
I think you're Bell
Scooby
stopped ringing,
Doo
Smokey.
and the WrestleMania caper is a better film than
Right.
the Polar Express.
I think Ryan's just pissy because his bell doesn't ring anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
He
Give
is.
me my bell.
The bell stopped ringing.
Jim, I thought when you went Elf or Santa Claus, I thought Polar Express was your other choice.
No,
So when
it
you
was-
went
it was
Elf, I thought
definitely
that
Santa
was
Claus.
definitely the right choice. I knew you were a Polar Express guy. A Tom Hanks abortion
I
of
love
a movie. I was going to say classic, but
Jesus, Ryan.
no, Jim, would you
Jim
ever?
calls
Would
it
you
the Polar
ever?
Bear Express.
The Polar Bear Express is very different. Would you ever go on the train
That's a
ride,
good
Jim?
one.
Like they do train rides around here of like the Polar Express with like the tickets and the
Sure.
outside
I-
of the
Oh
I-
yeah,
road.
they do that
Hot
here
chocolate.
too.
I don't know that I'd go on the if there was in any scenario a actual like the one in the movie, because that one kind of almost does like a roller coaster thingy.
Is it down the hill? What was the hill called in that? Do you remember, Jim?
I don't know, but it
Mount
looked like hell.
Crumpets.
It was a trivia question last night at trivia.
Oh
Sure
yeah,
was.
I do not remember
It was,
that.
All right, you'll have to rewatch the film and
I will. I
report
plan on
back
doing
to
that
us.
tomorrow night. While my wife and I open presents, we're probably going to put on the Polar Express because it's one of our favorite movies to watch together.
It is a wildly popular film, The Polar Express.
So popular.
Very
Polar
popular.
Bear Express. All aboard.
All aboard. Jim's pick, round 3. We have one more pick for the end of round 3, and we go back to old Saint Nick.
Feel like we have another TV special coming.
Yes, we do. This is Martin's Christmas special, probably.
The Martin's Christmas special. I'm saving that
Yes,
for
it's a-
round 5. If it's still on the board.
Yo, that lady
It
is
will be.
checking out very fast.
Yeah, she's going
Listen to those
quick.
beeps.
She's quick.
She is going quick. Tell her we said hello.
She wants to get the
We're-
fuck
Thursday
out.
We're already
hello.
leaving. We're leaving the store.
Oh, we're leaving. Shoot, we went
Did
on a
you
whole
compliment
shopping
the
trip.
bag boy?
I know. Look, not too many things.
That's all right.
You
You
did
got what you
good.
needed.
Did you have your bonus card?
Oh, of course. But my mom got to use that for the gas, of course.
Darn
That's
right.
the gas.
Yes, get those gas points.
The best.
Smokey got gas the other. Didn't you get gas the other day for $1 somewhere, Smokey?
Yes, I ate the wings at Funk Brewing.
That's what it was.
Yes, and it gave me the gas.
It was a long ride home.
It was quite a long ride home.
Good Lord.
Long ride.
Santa Claus, we're gonna round out round 3 here with your Christmas choice in the 3rd round.
Santa,
Anytime,
that would
Santa.
be you. That would be you, Santa.
I'm wait. I was waiting for that music that you play for the
Oh, sorry.
round.
Sorry, I did it 6 minutes ago before
You know
you told
That
bad
is very
fart
fair.
jokes.
Santa wanted a sound.
Santa wanted the sound. So this one is now you can argue it was a TV special, but it's on DVD. So by technicality, I consider it a movie. I'm gonna take the original that Grinch movie, the original one, the real one. You know what? If Santa had it,
So
if I had a chance, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Smokey. Then I got something to say.
we're talking the animated one, correct?
The
animated one
one
with,
from
with
1967.
The one that
The
Boris
non-Jim
Yeltsin
Carrey version.
narrated. Correct. The one where we had Boris Yeltsin narrate. That was it.
That might be the wrong Boris.
I don't think Boris yelled, but you know what? Go ahead, Santa. Whatever.
No, he's right. He's absolutely right.
That was Boris Yeltsin narrated it.
Certainly
Now,
not want to
if
argue
Santa
with
had the
Santa
chance-
before Christmas.
If Santa could fight somebody in a Chili's parking lot with no repercussions, it'd be some of those people from Whoville. I can't stand them. Those Who's. I'd fight them in a Chili's parking lot. The Who's. Bring 'em on. Those Who's.
Who?
Herb. Herb.
Who?
Herb. I'll
You're
put a
getting Santa.
herb on them.
Who?
Herb.
Who?
It'd be fun if Santa could get Hillbilly over here to watch a movie together with him. You can watch a Christmas story.
Let me
Pants would be
recap.
optional.
Let me recap round 3 before this goes any longer. Samira started the round with the Friday after next. So not this Friday, but the next Friday.
No, the Friday after
Jingle
next.
All-
So, no, it's
The
the
Friday
Friday
after
after next,
next.
Ryan.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, so
Ryan.
it is 3 Fridays from now.
Yeah, there is a next Friday in between those two.
Yes, I was testing you to make sure you knew that.
You
Great
dumbass.
job. This is a great panel. Jingle All the Way off the board. There goes Turbo Man to Matt. Jim has the Polar Express.
Polar
Choo
bear.
choo, I guess. Do we have a train sound effect?
We should still from Braun
No, we
Strowman,
won't.
right?
It's not on the board anymore.
Roman, he's no longer with the WWE. He doesn't
Yep,
get
he's
sound
dead to
effects.
Jim. Get rid of his sound
Get your
effects.
ass off the board.
And Mark has the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the animated show, which is a movie. I think that was originally a TV show, correct, as well, and then
But you can
released
get it
now
on DVD, like
onto DVD.
like Mark's other three
Like his
picks.
other picks.
Correct. So this is something that they sell out at the Kmart. That takes us right back to Santa Claus, the beginning of round 4. How do we still have 2 fucking rounds to go? I don't know. Round 4, first pick, Santa Claus.
Sounds like a host should get control of this thing.
This is unreal. I'm not good at this at all.
I mean, it doesn't seem that easy,
See?
does it?
Santa's got a good one here. And I mean
Here we
a
go.
good one.
It's a good
'Cause
one.
this one, doesn't anybody know the true meaning of Christmas? Well, Santa found out the true meaning of Christmas watching this one. Now you're going to sit there and say, oh, Santa, it was a TV special, but it's available on DVD. So by technicality, this is a movie. And we're doing a movie draft. We're not here for TV special draft. This is a movie draft. So Santa, boy, if it's one thing Santa loves, it's peanuts.
Oh, for fuck's
That's
sake!
peanuts.
Oh,
Santa loves peanuts. And boy, I can't get enough of Schroeder playing the piano and everybody dancing. And poor Pigpen, I would like to take a bar of soap to him, but Santa's going to go with the Charlie Brown Christmas.
A Charlie Brown Christmas, a great family film
Great.
off the
So
board.
good.
Great.
Maybe Santa will get
Off the-
actually one movie. He has one more pick to go.
Doubt it.
Let's
I
not
doubt
hold
it.
our breath.
Fucking doubt it.
I heard. I was listening to the Sirius XM the other day, and the song came on, the Charlie Brown song from that movie, and I was like, wow, it has nothing to do with Christmas at all, but it absolutely put me in the Christmas mood, probably more than most Christmas songs would in that moment.
Now,
I don't know.
You've been listening to Christmas music for a few weeks now, right? Like off
I
and on.
have been. I've been trying real
I've
hard,
known
Jim.
you for over 2 decades, and I don't know if I've ever known you to willingly listen to Christmas music.
I have been parked on 105 Holly almost nonstop.
A good one. That is a good.
That is
Christmas
a good
station
channel
on
there
the
on the
Sirius
Sirius XM.
Absolutely.
They should promote our show. Jim, it is your pick. Round
right.
4. Be excited. And it looks like we have the pick in.
Mark picked a family-friendly holiday classic
Television show.
television show. So I'm going to go pretty much the dead opposite of that.
Yes, great
Um,
choice.
It may be recency bias as I watched this last night. But I'm going to go with a very Harold and Kumar Christmas.
I'll be darned.
Jim, my internet cut out and I did not hear that choice.
A very Harold and Kumar Christmas.
Oh, I thought you were saying a very heralded as
Oh.
and then it cut out. And I was like, what
Very
the hell was it?
And Kumar Christmas.
Harold and Kumar Christmas. Off the
Kumar.
board. What a
Ryan,
great show.
I know-
I loved that film. I remember watching that.
I mean, I'm sure you've at the very least, because I know you're not a big Christmas movie guy. I get that.
I'm not a big Christmas movie guy.
I know you've at the very least watched Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Jim, I have never watched a Harold and Kumar movie.
Hmm.
I'm sorry if that upsets you, but we don't have a White Castle around here, so why would I watch it?
There's one in Allentown, Ryan. It's barely about
There
an
is.
hour away.
That's just
It's
what a
easy
little
to
bit
get
north of
to.
Reading.
Exactly.
That's
Yes,
just on the other side of
that's
You
It's
actually
up by
got that-
me.
Despite your best
See?
efforts, you got that one right, Ryan.
That is above the Samira, and I'm not driving that far.
Trust me,
Look
it's
how
not
far
good.
she's having
Maybe
to
you
drive
should-
from the store. That's too far.
Actually,
Right.
we're driving to another store.
Oh, Samira. Why do you
Remind you.
always have to contradict me?
Huh.
I lost my
Are
fucking
you
pen
gonna
doing
stop
that
at
now.
the-
Boy, karma's a real son of a
the one
bitch, isn't it,
castle.
Ryan?
God, I hate this job.
It's-
Harold and
that-
Kumar Christmas, a great Christmas classic.
so
Watch
good.
it with your children.
I would not
Watch it with your
recommend that.
nan and your grandparents.
They may be into
Yes,
it. I don't
it's
know.
fun to watch. They are going to be into it because they're children and they don't have a choice.
They aren't given a
Very
choice.
Chrysler.
Harold and Kumar Christmas,
watch this
boom,
thing.
off the list. That is the first movie I've not seen on the list so far.
Look at that.
You made it into
all
the
way
fourth
to
round.
Round 4.
I will be damned.
I'll be
That
darned.
takes us to Matt, the Peep
Darn.
King.
I will attest that's a fine choice, Jim. It wouldn't have made my draft, but that is the first Christmas movie my wife and I watch every year, as is tradition, just because we like to get it out of the way. No, I'm just kidding. It is a lot of fun. That one, Waffle Bots and everything included.
I want a waffle butt.
Fantastic movie. Fantastic. A lot
Now,
of fun.
Matt, let's sidebar real quick. Is A Christmas Story on your watch list? Or do you just say not even worth it?
Well, my wife likes it, so it's like we have that on in the background on Christmas Day too. Like while I'm doing other things, and she'll watch it. So I don't like sit and watch A Christmas Story
Right. How could
every
you?
year.
I get it.
But yeah,
Stop
if you've
it.
seen it once, you've seen it enough times.
I mean,
Right.
if you've seen any of these movies,
Nope, everything else is rewatchable. All right, so we've made it to the fourth round, and we've had no renditions of A Christmas Carol taken off the board, and I find that to be blasphemous. So I will be drafting a
You
version.
had 3 rounds to choose one.
You don't want to waste your picks too soon.
Oh, I got it. But it's
I'm amending the situation as we speak, or
okay.
trying
Yes.
to, if I could pick. So I would be taking The Muppet Christmas Carol off the board.
so the Ghost of Christmas Past, Muppet style, off the board. The Ghost of Christmas Present, Muppet style, off the board.
All of it off the board. Michael Caine
All of the
will not
Muppets.
be acting in anyone else's holiday films but mine.
Dang nabbit. Now, Jim, you had the choice to take the last pick. Are you upset you let that slide through your fingers?
You know, I'm okay. I'm okay. I wanted to make sure I got Harold and Kumar. I didn't
Understandable.
know if Matt would take them or not. So
This is now
I'm okay.
back-to-back movies that Ryan has not seen, and I think we're going to slide into this trend for a long part here. As we go to Samira, she's going to round out round 4. How's your mom doing? Is she driving well?
Yes, she's driving well.
She's doing a good job. Good job, Mom.
Thank her for
Don't
using
forget to
turn
use your
signals.
signals.
Of course.
Round 4, Samira, how are you feeling? We got some good
I'm
some
feeling-
good movies left, I'm sure. I don't know.
I'm feeling good.
Good. That's good to hear. She must have tapped into the wine already.
Nope, sadly not. Not tonight.
she's this rambling ass host complains that this draft's going too long. It's ironic.
All right, Samira, your pick. Jim's in a hurry.
Definitely, I'm going to choose It's a Wonderful Life.
It is a Wonderful Life. That is a good Christmas
an
film, I
animal.
bet.
So good.
A Wonderful Life. I don't have anything to add to that because, honestly, I've never seen it. That's the third Christmas movie in a row that I've never seen.
I'm
I
sensing
figured
a
this
trend now.
we have got through the
Oh,
overly popular ones and Mark with a couple of TV shows. We're doing all right.
now,
Round 4 reads like this. Santa Claus went with the Charlie Brown Christmas television special. Big Jim has Harold and Kumar Celebrate Christmas, or something along those lines. Matthew takes the Muppets Christmas Carol and It's a Wonderful Life off the board just like that. Samira takes it off the board, taking us to round 5. Thank God we're at the end. I see the light. We're almost through this. Sorry, guys. Samira, you have 1 pick left. Make it count. Jim will judge you on this.
I do not judge her, Ryan. I don't know where you're getting
This
that.
is not your time, Jim,
You
to
feel
talk.
like you're
I'm so
being
sorry.
Ryan, you're judging everybody else's picks.
Thank you.
Samira, I don't know whose side you're on here.
Clearly not yours, Dick.
Samira forfeits her last pick in round 5. And we move on to Matt. No, I
what
can't
an
believe you would
awful
say those
host.
things in front of your mother like that, Samira. She's a sweet lady and she likes me. We're really close.
Oh wow, I never knew that.
Yes, ask her about it.
Oh, okay.
What an awful host.
All right, or don't, whatever. That's fine. Ask her who's her favorite 3 Count Thursday guy, and then read our names
My God, this guy sucks.
and
Mom.
see what she says.
We're all doing. Mom, who's your favorite 3 Count
can't-
Thursday guy?
What did she say? It's Ryan, right? Is that what she said? I heard her.
Who's your favorite guy from the podcast? She said Matt.
Hey.
I'll be
This is not that
darned.
shitty ass voice, Ryan.
She is probably speeding right now, so she needs to concentrate on driving. So
Well, maybe
she's
the
probably not
host should
thinking
have
straight.
people asking her questions, but what do I
This is
know?
very dangerous. You're absolutely right. This was on me. Samira, you do have a pick here. Jim's getting antsy.
No, I'm
Okay,
fine. I got
let's-
nowhere to go. I don't have to work.
There.
I don't have to
Jim
work
is empty.
tomorrow. I'm fine.
It's Christmas Eve.
I'm picking for my last pick.
Christmas
I'm going with a
Eve.
Bad Mom's Christmas.
A Bad Mom's Christmas. A more recent film, of course, with a host of bad moms doing Christmas stuff, I guess. The trend continues of Ryan not seeing films here. We have slipped into that category. A Bad Mom's Christmas off the board. Samira, what about that film did you like so much?
I don't know. I just thought it was really funny, and then the ending was sweet.
The ending was sweet. It was a very sweet end of the movie. I remember that.
Oh, very tender.
When you brought it up. Very tender moment.
Tender.
That wraps up Samira's pick in round 5. We go to Matthew, who has one final pick here.
You know, this is tough because I do very much love Christmas romance movies. There
How
are,
can
and there
you
are
not?
plenty of them on the board still, but I would be remiss to not take a horror film in this draft
Danny's
in
little helper.
some way, shape, or form. So I will be taking the 2015 film Krampus as my last
Krampus.
pick.
Krampus off the board. Krampus. Now, Santa, what do you think about Christmas horror movies? Are you a fan of the spooks
Well,
in Christmas time?
I don't think you can say that on the show, Smokey.
The views of the host, Ryan, do not reflect that of 3 Count Thursday.
No, that's inappropriate. That's very unfortunate. That was inappropriate. Samira, I can't believe you allowed us to say that.
You're the host.
Don't say that.
If you've
Santa-
ever wondered why we
What
don't
a
let
crazy-
Ryan host the show, you can go to about
Well, that's-
158.22 or something on this
We did
episode.
good.
You'll find out why.
we almost
were
made
doing
it
good
through.
up until that moment.
Yeah.
Santa, how are you about the spookies?
the spookies? Oh,
How do you feel about Christmas horror movies, Santa? That's how you should ask the question.
Santa, we're talking
Oh,
about
a good host.
things that go
Ask the
bump into
question.
night around the 25th of Christmas of December.
okay.
I have lost control. Let's move on.
Probably the scariest Christmas movie Santa ever saw was A Very Brady Christmas when Mike Brady went to that building, and he went in there, and the building partially. That's him now. When the building partially collapsed, and they didn't know if he was going to get out, and he climbed out. Peter, keep it down. I'm on a podcast. Was that Marcia? Marcia, we're all. Jan, keep it down. I'm almost done.
Boy,
That was probably the scariest movie.
Thing under control.
We didn't know if Mr. Brady was going to make it out, but we all stood there and sang "Oh Holy Night." Next thing you know, he climbed out of the rubble. Now, don't ask me why none of the people. Now, Bobby was found. I lost my hat. Bobby, I'm so upset.
Santa, for fuck's sake.
Santa's so upset. Mr. Brady went into that building and it partially collapsed, but he came crawling out. Thank goodness. That was scary.
Gee,
he could have done it
why
without.
haven't you?
Yep, I'm sorry I shouldn't have said anything because I can't mute him. I just can't mute him. Krampus is off the board. I shouldn't have said anything. That takes
Krampus
us
is
to
off the board.
host of 3 Count Thursday. It's at Big Jim Sports. If you want to tweet at him, it's at Big Jim Sports. The host of 3 Count Thursday, Jim's pick here.
All right, I got.
You've got television specials to pick from, apparently, and
Not really.
a lot of
Mark
great
picked them
movies
all.
left on the board.
Excuse me, Santa picked them all.
I got kids.
You know what? Because I don't think my list is going to win anyway. So I'm going to go with one that I thoroughly enjoy. I'm making this a novelty list. I'm taking the Tim approach, which has never won anything, but I'm okay with that. I don't need to win at Christmas.
Here comes the Tootsie Roll pick.
Bad Santa.
I have this great podcast that I'm so proud of most weeks. I'm going to go with Bam Margera presents Where the Fuck is Santa?
Oh, God.
You can't say that on this podcast.
I just did.
He did. It is off the board.
I figured you were going to take it, Santa, so I saved you the trouble.
Well, he was found. He was like Bobby when he was missing.
Bobby!
Where the F is Santa, because the host can't swear, right?
Why the fuck's
Right,
not?
the host cannot swear.
Where the F is Santa, a Bam Margera classic. I think it had the CKY boys. Probably a song or two from him.
Yep.
The Dudesons might have been in that.
The Dudesons were in it.
Yep.
Brian,
there
have
it
you
was.
ever seen that?
I don't think I have, actually.
We're probably going to have to watch it
It's
together.
probably something I own on DVD, but I don't believe I've ever watched it.
We should probably watch it together. I think you would enjoy it.
I'm sure I would. I put a
Goes
CKY
great
video
with that,
in.
Halloween CKY concert DVD that you
That
have.
was a fantastic show. It's a shame they filmed
Yeah,
it and never released a single song's worth of footage from it. Where the fuck is Santa off the list? That surprises me. Santa, we have one last pick. That's your pick. Round 5, last pick. Mr. Irrelevant here.
God, Santa can't talk without a sound.
That's the
Now,
truth.
so this one, you could argue this was a television special, but it's out on DVD. So to me, it's a movie. Now, this is a classic, and I hope everybody saw it. But there's nothing like spending Christmas Eve on Sesame Street. I'm talking Christmas Eve on Sesame Street. This is pre-Elmo, before he ruined Sesame Street. You had Christmas Eve on Sesame Street. You had Mr. Hooper there, and you had Bob, and you had Big Bird and Snuffleupagus. Bob! And then you had Bob.
Bob!
When Bert went and sold his paperclip collection to that's a spoiler alert. You guys might want to listen.
Yeah, I
Bert
was
took his
planning
paperclip
to.
collection.
Not anymore.
I'm gonna go
Sheesh.
watch it, but
And he He pawned it to Mr. Hooper so he could buy Ernie that soap dish for Rubber Ducky, but then Ernie went and sold his Rubber Ducky down the river to Mr. Hooper so he could get that neat cigar box for Bert to put his paper clip collection in. That's the true meaning of Christmas.
So Sesame Street just Grift of the Magi and made it a Christmas special, and that was it.
It was so good.
That is what they did.
Mark,
And then Big Bird went up on the Big Bird was missing. He went up on the roof to find Santa Claus and fell asleep.
Mark, you picked
So
five.
everybody was out looking for him.
5 films. Sorry, 5 specials, and the most recent one aired in 1978, and that was the one that you just picked.
Thing sucks.
That is correct. And if you're interested in finding a copy, because it is on DVD of Christmas Eve on Sesame Street, you can find that at your local Goodwill.
Is it on DVD?
No, it's in the fucking bargain bin,
I
right?
don't
It's not
know.
even at your local Goodwill.
It's probably on VHS.
It was okay.
In a
I'm on the
dumpster.
Wikipedia page. It was released on VHS and on DVD.
Yes, and RSG and toys. He's a toy guy. He knows Die Hard not a Christmas movie, so nobody picked it, and we appreciate that.
Is that where you stand on it, Matt? Because I know you're the biggest movie guy in the bunch.
It's part of my 25 Days of Christmas movies.
Okay.
But is it
Now,
a
what about
Christmas
Batman
movie?
and-
We've debated this
Not
before.
Another
What,
Teen Movie is on my Christmas 25 movies as well, but it's not a Christmas movie, but I watch it over Christmas.
what makes it a Christmas movie, Ryan?
I think it should deal with Christmas a little bit. I feel like Die Hard could take place over the 4th of July. The guy flies to Los Angeles to be with his family for vacation, and the very last scene with the limo driver, he could walk away saying, Happy Independence Day. And they could play the fucking Lee Greenwood song instead of whatever Christmas song they played to roll the credits to Die Hard. It could play Proud to be an American, and it's the same exact movie. Christmas
Okay, so
has zero relevancy in the fact in Die Hard.
Traveling to go to spend Christmas with his wife and kids.
He could travel to spend 4th of July with his
He
wife.
could, but he's not. He's traveling to spend Christmas with them.
That's correct.
So, I mean, Home Alone, they
that
could
has
have
no
been
bearing on the actual.
Like Home Alone,
they could have been
visiting
traveling
for
to visit those in-laws, correct? Or for 4th of July.
That's correct, and that is why Home Alone 2, which is clearly more Christmassy than Home Alone 1, is the better Home Alone movie.
They were going on a Christmas trip. Another
Jim,
Christmas
I don't
trip.
understand what you're not getting about this. 2 turtle, the guy had from Duncan's Toy Shop. Turtle doves.
It's a
Did you see
fine
the kid who plays
movie. It is not a better Home Alone.
It's unbelievable. Now you made me yell on Christmas Eve.
He's upset.
It's Festivus.
This is upsetting.
It is
It is Festivus. I'll wear my grievances
Festivus
about
for
Big
the
Jim
rest
later.
of us.
It's a shame Tim's not here. Tim would understand.
He would love it.
This
Did
is
anybody
else
else
in
in
War
a
Games tonight?
and I'm not happy.
He's in
about it.
outside space right now. So let's recap this real quick so we can get out of this damn segment. So Samira, her choices sound like this: Christmas Story, Home Alone 2, The Friday After Next, A Wonderful Life, and a bad what was it? Mama's Christmas? A bad
Mom's Christmas.
a bad Mom's Christmas. I wrote a bad
Mom.
Merry Christmas on my list, so that wasn't great. This is
I
not
will
All right,
send you
I
a...
wrote them down correctly.
I put in a spreadsheet, Jim. I can send
I
you.
did.
Well.
I wrote them down.
I wrote it down correctly because I'm not going to speak ill of the
You're
host.
the host. You're the host.
No, I'm
Matt
not.
did the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's at Big Jim Sports if you have any complaints. The Santa Claus, Jingle All the Way, A Muppets Christmas Carol, and Krampus, which is a very spooky movie.
Sure.
Jim
is.
said Home Alone, Elf, the Polar Express, Harold and Kumar Do Christmas, and Where the Fuck is Santa? That is really the Christmas classic of your list right there, Jim.
Sure is, man. I love
Sure is. Santa Claus definitely didn't do his homework and picked Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, A Year Without Himself, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original one, A Charlie Brown Christmas, and the beloved Christmas Eve on Sesame Street Christmas special that you can watch on PBS.
That'd be a good watch along for 3 count.
God,
No.
It absolutely would not.
that is just.
Jim's the host and says no. I am hosting this segment and say no. Matt
Somehow that
Oscar says no.
Somehow Santa's list is going to win, and that's the most.
Well, yeah, because every single person at Roots probably owns the VHS copy of Christmas Eve on Sesame Street.
Yep. Fast Eddie
Probably
couldn't
bought it
couldn't,
at Roots.
Now
and they were selling like hotcakes this past
you did
Tuesday.
some great animated shows, Mark. Some stop claymation, whatever.
Who?
You left off Frosty. Is
Did.
Frosty the Snowman not good enough?
Frosty.
But Christmas Eve on Sesame Street is.
Also left off the little drummer boy.
Parumpa pum pum.
Yes.
My hat's falling down.
I had a problem.
How great
with
does
that
this little
rabbit in the
hair look
Frosty,
in front of it? Isn't that sad?
Well, you see why we're ahead.
I had a real problem with that rabbit in that Frosty the Snowman movie.
Yes,
Focus,
Jim, the
focus,
rabbit,
that
in,
rabbit.
in Frosty the Snowman. Do you remember his name?
Me? No.
Come on, Big Kim.
Good God, no, I do not.
The rabbit.
Yeah, I already said
Frosty
no.
used to
You don't
say-
have to repeat what animal it was.
The
It
rabbit,
wasn't a
Jim.
skunk, it was a rabbit.
Oh,
It was
the
a
rabbit?
He was the
in
rabbit.
the hat.
The
Yeah.
rabbit.
Not the
Oh,
skunk.
I thought
Yes,
you
the
said the
magician
rabbit.
pulled him out of the.
I thought you said the
called the
rabbit.
rabbit.
Jim,
Jesus,
the magician. The magician pulled him out of the hat.
The rabbit?
Out of the hat.
You're talking about the
The
rabbit.
rabbit.
Right, right.
So I'm
the
talking
rabbit.
about the
Not
magician
the bunny, but the rabbit.
Yep.
and the magic words that magicians might say.
End this show. Oh, sorry, no. Abracadabra.
Yes, the rabbit named
Ah.
Abracadabra. Jim,
Abracadabra.
the other famous magic words.
Please.
I don't know. Fucking just shoot me. I don't give a shit. What the fuck?
That was a television show.
Byron.
I don't know.
Brian, you're a terrible
I-
host, by the way.
I hate this show so much.
It's bad. This is one of our worst.
This
Samir,
is
I'm
bad.
sorry. you had to
Samira,
use
I'm
Oh.
sorry too.
No, it's
Sorry,
Sorry, at least
fine.
you got some shopping done. What are you guys
I
having
know,
for
thank
your?
you.
What are you
Yeah,
having
what
for Christmas
is
dinner?
for Christmas Eve dinner?
What are you guys buying? Are you
Roast beef.
delicious foods?
So we usually have a Christmas Eve party at my house every year, just with the family, and I think this year we're doing. We usually do mini tacos and mini finger sandwiches. I know we're doing baked macaroni. What else are we doing, Mom? Sicilian pizza. We usually get like something that
Oh, yes.
chicken. What?
Fried
Like
chicken, and then for the
What?
kids, we're doing
what?
chicken fingers. and
Oh,
french
we
fries
get
for
fried
the kids.
chicken for like the adults, but now that we have like I have little cousins now coming this year.
Yes.
We're getting them like little chicken nuggets and stuff like that for them, little chicken fingers. So like
It's
a
gonna
lot
be a
of
good
stuff.
Christmas.
Yeah, I'm
We'll be
excited.
over. It's gonna be
Come
great.
over.
We will. We'll bring the
We'd love
figgy
to.
pudding.
Why would you do that? Have you ever had
Well,
figgy
because it
pudding,
would-
Ryan?
I've not. Do I look like somebody that's had figgy pudding, Jim? You know me for a long
You love
time.
figgy pudding.
God.
When in my
Mark,
life would I have
if you want, I
tried
can-
figgy pudding?
Well, that's accurate. Mark, I
What
assume
about the
you've had
fruitcake?
figgy pudding.
Figgy Newton.
Oh God. They sell figgy pudding at Ritz Market every Tuesday.
Of course they do.
I wouldn't mind bringing over some blue and silver candles that would just match the hair in your grandma's wig.
What?
What?
Jesus, can we end
What
this
are you
show?
talking about?
You know what?
I mean,
Jim, you're the
draft
host. The
is over.
segment's
You're
over.
now the host.
You're the host.
Brian didn't
Right,
turn
pull
the
the plug
duties
on
back
this.
Bring
over
us some
to me.
figgy pudding.
This
Oh,
is
good
on.
God.
Bring
No,
us
this
some
is not
figgy
good.
pudding.
Tell you
You're
what,
They have more
hosting-
balloons
and this-
behind you, Samira. They look beautiful.